Heat up your frozen dinners, grab your TV tray, and settle in for another episode of the Plus Platoon, your podcast for all things Disney Plus, brought to you by Disney Plus fans. Watch along with us every week as we cover all the new, the old, the good, and the bad on Disney Plus. So put down that remote, don't touch that dial, and welcome your fabulous Plus Platoon host.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Plus Platoon. We're a Disney Plus fan podcast that gives honest, spoiler-filled reviews of movies and shows on Disney Plus. We'll look at new releases, coming attractions, and we'll even go back into the vault to revisit some of the classic Disney that's on the platform. Make sure you're subscribed and you will never miss a moment. I'm going to bring Kate. Kate, good to see you this evening.
Good to see you too. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I missed you the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have Peter. Pete, how you doing tonight?
11001110.
Okay,
As a binary joke for you people at home.
Right, but is that good or bad?
I don't know. I just made up numbers.
As an engineer, I'm disappointed.
Excellent.
And we got Steve back from his Disneyland vacation. Steve, how you doing?
I wish I was back in Disneyland, but I'm glad to be here.
I totally understand that because, yeah. This is about the time of year where kids start going psycho. The honeymoon period is usually over. So, guys, if you've not already, please like, subscribe, share. We're going to go back into the vault the next few weeks for some shows, including a couple that I've never actually seen. So that's going to be fun. But this week, with Tron Ares coming out, we are showing Tron Legacy. In Tron Legacy, the dude gets captured and his son goes all Avatar on him and gets via Honey I Shrunk the Kids. So
okay. Yeah.
But it's basically Flynn has disappeared for years. Flynn's son is looking for him. Jeff Bridges has created a clone that was supposed to create the perfect system, and he did by banishing
inside the computer world,
inside the computer grid, yeah, by banishing Jeff Bridges, and including a really weirdly de-aged Jeff Bridges. It's yeah, we'll get to that here in a little bit. But his son ends up finding his secret lab, getting shot by the laser that gets him into the grid, and it's all about how they, along with Zool, get along. Go because Olivia Wilde plays Zool in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Does she? Oh,
yes, she does. Yeah, that's that reference. And it's all about how are they going to get back to tomorrow, out of Tomorrowland and back into Todayland, and off the grid and back into normal life. So, and it had a little bit of black hole in it too. So, including a couple of the big poster references.
I was going to say, in fact, it had a really little black hole in it. In that first scene, there was the little robot was on the kid's shelf next to his Tron toys.
Right, and I think it was in the arcade. The big poster was up.
Yeah,
like the movie poster was up. So that's Tron Legacy. And so my first question is, how did Tron Legacy win the game it was playing? So what worked for Tron Legacy, Pete?
With one particular huge exception, the special effects in this movie were wonderful. Stunning, well-realized world. I think they took what had previously been done and like made it still feel of that world, but just much more impressive. The initial in the games sequence was very, very good, well done, but just in general, all the effects were really good, except for I think everybody knows the one that wasn't.
Yeah, I've already referenced it a little bit, and we'll just go ahead and say it. The Jeff Bridges character that was the bad guy, Jeff Bridges, was a de-aged. Think the Curious Case of Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt.
It looked like, for anyone that plays video games, it looked like a cutscene.
It did look like a cutscene.
Yes, and
did.
not in a good way.
I'm not giving it compliments and calling it that.
No.
Mm-mm.
So okay, so now that we can all agree that his de-age was bad. Now that we have that out of the way.
Oh, and I'll also say I really like Michael Sheen's character. So.
And we'll get to that here in a little bit too.
Yeah. What about you, Steve?
You took mine. That's about it for this movie. Was the special effects. Otherwise, I have so much more to say when we get to that point. That was the highlight, and it stopped there for me.
For me, this was kind of the anti-Marvel movie in that I wanted more action scenes and less talky.
Yes.
I still don't understand what they're doing with Tron movies and only giving us one light cycle race in each of them. I mean, because yes, we got the light plane fight that was the Empire Strikes Back through the asteroid field, but
wasn't that boring though? I thought I was like, this is
it took so long, and it was that flight did not work for me.
I don't know what it was, but that last action sequence after an 45 minutes of inaction
didn't do enough.
It was just kind of there. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no. I would agree, but I needed more. I needed him to get to the grid faster, because when he was in the grid, at least at the beginning of the grid, and I liked how they brought back the frisbee knife fight, whatever. Kind of reminded me of a combination of frisbee and highlight. But I liked the action scenes. I liked again the light cycle races. I liked the time in the grid the action time in the grid when stuff was going on. Kate, anything else you liked?
So I thought the casting was really good. Is it Olivia Wilde that played? She was perfectly cast. That Jeff Bridges perfectly cast. If I had to recast the main kid, the son, he gave me big Devon Sawa vibes, who was he played Casper in the original Casper. He was like the real life Casper. And so there were a couple moments where I was like, is that Devon Sawa? But it wasn't. And yeah, I thought the casting was really good. I agree that a lot of the special effects. What year did this movie come out?
2010.
Okay. I thought a lot of the effects were really good. I was really thrown off because I don't know anything about Tron other than because we watched the first movie. I haven't ridden the ride at Disney. I don't know much about Tron. And so
honestly, you know everything about Tron.
You know everything about Tron that everyone else knows.
Yeah.
So I was curious because I figured I was probably missing a lot of Easter eggs from the original.
Not really.
Okay. But I'll hold that off until we say what we could have done better. But I just thought the casting, like, I just love Jeff Bridges, and you can't convince me that Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell aren't the same person.
They could be brothers. They could be brothers.
My husband and I, because he watched it with me, and I was like, at first I was like, is that Thanos?
Oh,
and he was like, no. And then I was like, is it Kurt Russell? Because I couldn't I knew I'd seen him and stuff, but I couldn't pinpoint what I knew him from. But I really I liked it. I liked it.
Okay.
I'm not going to say I really liked it. I also, let me preface all of this by saying I was really, really tired when I watched it. And so Confused Kate came out a lot because I think I missed things, not because it wasn't there, but because I'm just so tired. So that's me.
Could have also been not there.
It could have been not there too.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if that's what worked and helped win the game, what should have been de-rezzed? And Steve, I'll let you, because you look like you got a list of stuff. So
the entire movie, I felt like it was hard to follow. Maybe because I was watching it on the plane, but
see, but I thought that too, Steve.
I
think
Kate said it. Something? What is it about Tron? Like, I feel like they're trying to build these world, and I still don't quite understand how it works. I got trying to be a Star Wars universe, but failing miserably at it. Predictable.
Same way.
Yeah, predictable story. Like you can figure out on, but I don't understand how it all works. It drug on at some parts. I think, like Pete said, there was a highlight when they had Q or whatever his name is. Not Q. Is that his name?
Zeus.
Zeus. That was a highlight. That perked me up, and that was entertaining. But other than that, put it this way, I did see the movie when it came out, and I didn't realize it until I was about halfway. I went, oh, I've actually seen this. Yeah,
that's fair.
I did not like it. I never need to see it again.
For me, the fact that it took 25 minutes for him to get into the grid was too long. I get a little bit of why they didn't. I could have gone for 15. It didn't need to be 25 minutes to get into the grid.
Well, and I'll agree with you, Derek, because none of the stuff at the beginning of the story mattered.
No, I mean the guy who are, I expected the programmers to, like the bad guy programmer and the bad guy, it to be, go very Marvel on that stuff where they have come back and they are actually invaded the grid also. And they never show up again. Because
in the original movie, the people in the real world were also the people in the grid. So they introduced us to not all these characters, but several characters at the beginning. And they're not in the grid. You're watching, you're assuming, this CEO guy that's clearly a bad guy is going to be the bad guy,
or the programming scud.
Yeah.
Or and they throw this chip across the table and we never see it again unless that's what's on his necklace at the end. But
I did notice that, Derek.
The glowing necklace, but yeah, they toss this thing across there and him giving it to the world, and I'm just going. I was hoping they would come back and at least spend the last 10 minutes on watching him reclaim it, rather than just saying, "Oh, by the way, I'm taking over again." Which, how that's going to work? Yeah. But I just, the beginning was throwaway. A lot of Flynn and Sam was throwaway, to be perfectly honest. We get that he got trapped. Okay, let's move on. I mean, excuse me. He's trapped there, but he's not being held there. But the bad guy was going to do the same thing to him that he did to his father. But this had a lot of villain issues in that it's not like it's almost like they couldn't decide to make the villain actually a bad person rather than just he wanted out. So, I mean, the bad guy wasn't bad enough for me. So, Kate, what else didn't you like?
Yeah, you brought up a lot of really good points. So did you, Steve. And Steve, I mean, anybody who's watching this on YouTube, as Steve was talking, I was literally just like nodding, like, oh my God, I thought that too. Oh my God, it wasn't just me. Because I really thought that I was just confused, Kate. Like, I thought I had just missed things. But there were points where it was like in the boardroom, and Sam or whatever had just stolen whatever. And then there was the kid with like the emo swoop hair
and the
who
glasses,
was younger. Yeah. And then at one point he was like,
I thought that was Cillian Murphy for a minute, but then he wasn't in the rest of the movie.
So I thought it was Cillian Murphy too. So anyway, he says something and the CEO was like, what are you going to do? And it just was like, oh, like he's in on it. Like the way that they like positioned it in what he said, it was like, oh wait, was he an accomplice to this guy? No. And then you never saw him again.
And the fact that this has been going on for a year, every year since he's left, and they don't expect it.
Yeah, it just does. It just didn't. So I was confused at that. And a lot during this movie, I just kept going, I don't understand what's happening. Like, I'm confused as to am I supposed to know things from having watched the original? Like, was the dad, the Jeff Bridges character, was he supposed to be from the original movie?
He was.
He is the good guy in the original movie.
He and the other, there's two characters from the original movie in here. Him and then the guy that was on the board that was helping the son,
the kid
Yeah.
into his house and that.
right? That's
Yeah.
Bruce Boxleitner. He was Tron in the original movie. He was both in the real world, and then he was in the game.
Okay.
He was in the computer as Tron, so he
Okay.
played two roles. Jeff Bridges was only himself, and he got sucked into the computer, and so in the computer he was
Gotcha.
whatever his name is, Kevin Flynn.
Flynn.
I don't Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
but
just confused me.
I
But it makes
didn't.
sense now.
Yeah.
So, and then I thought I was just seeing things with the really bad CGI face.
No.
Like, because I was like, because I knew this movie had been made a few years ago. And so I'm watching it and I was like, am I just sleep deprived? Like, is that why this looks, does this just look bad? So it made sense once I got into the movie. But I totally agree with Steve that it felt, there were so many parts that were like, is this trying to be Star Wars? Like when he has the hood with like the cloak and the hood and the pseudo lightsabers and the X-wing looking thingies. Like I was like, this feels very Star Wars adjacent.
By then they had bought Star Wars, so it's all okay.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't like hate this movie. I probably won't go watch it again. I would rather watch, I'd rather watch it than the original. I would rather watch this one than the original.
I'd rather watch the original.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Guess where my score is going?
Wow.
Wow.
I think Olivia Wilde crushed it. And I will say the stunt work in this movie was very, very good. The acrobatic stunt work was chef's kiss. So Pete, what'd you think?
To me, this movie either filmed without a script or they were rewriting the script as they were filming.
Yes.
Because nothing in this movie really made sense. Like we already talked about the first scene, so I won't talk about that. But like once they got past the game and Sam met his dad, there's all this I'll say it the nice way, BS dialogue that doesn't make, I mean, when you listen to it, it's just gobbledygook. It really makes no sense. They never in the first game they kind of tried to explain how each of the people was a program and how so how they had different jobs and everything like that. You never even got that here. Then there were these like I forget what they called them, but these like new creations that formed themselves. And you know, when the dude was describing them or whatever, but we got these amazing creations. Oh, but then they killed them all. Except for this one here, which I won't tell you till the end is one, but obviously she is one. Everybody should know that. Yeah, and then like again, I loved Michael Sheen in that one scene, but what was the point? The only point of that scene was to have them steal the guy's disc, which they then immediately and very easily got back.
Yes. I mean, how are there no guards up there?
It just was like, to me, like a lot of pretty pictures.
But then he like did a whole song and dance routine with his like cane as he walks up the stairs.
He was great. That was Finn. I loved him. Like you know, that again, it started out really good, got very boring, and then Michael Sheen shows up and you're like, this guy knows what he's doing, but he wasn't in it enough. So but yeah, this movie is so full of holes and very boring parts, and it was funny. Like Steve, I saw this in the theaters. I was very excited to see it in the theaters, and I was very disappointed in the theaters. And watching this now, the only thing I remembered was I liked the beginning, the first third, the back 2/3 was boring, and I was watching with my daughter in about 20 minutes, and I was like, I remember nothing of this movie, which is like how it's just a very unmemorable movie. So I'm very disappointed, and I'm also disappointed in myself for being kind of excited for Ares.
Yeah, which we will get to here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but you mentioned the Michael Sheen character, and you brought up an excellent point, P, of the characters that are considered minor characters, or I don't like to say cameos because they're a little bit more than a cameo, but minor characters that steal a movie or make the movie, makes it feel like their scenes are so much better than the rest of the movie. And so my question for you guys is, what other minor characters have stolen a movie for you guys? I'm gonna let Kate go first.
No.
Okay, Kate will go last. Pete, you came up with it. What's one of your minor characters that has essentially stolen a movie?
So I wanted to come up with one that was Disney related, and it was even a movie we've watched on this show. But Michael Pena in Ant-Man, who is Paul Rudd's friend, who does all like the fast talk and everything. Like, and then we do this, and then we did this, and then we did this, and he's really only in like 3 or 4 scenes in that movie, but like he's the best thing about that movie. So that to me is, and he's also the best thing about the second movie, which we didn't watch on this show, and then they didn't put him in the third movie, which was one of the many horrible things about Quantumania.
And we haven't seen him since, right?
No, the character hasn't been seen since. No.
Okay.
So, Steve, what about you?
Well, if you're going Disney, I could only think animation, and it would probably be like we were discussing. My other half is the genie a minor character, or is he a major character? You're saying major?
I would say the genie's fairly major, because that's one that popped into my head too. But I would say he's fairly major. I
also like Iago from Aladdin.
That one I would go with.
I like that one. If you're going Disney, I want animation. If you're talking like a live action, it would be Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids.
That was on my list.
Absolutely.
That was on my list. Yes.
So that's one that sort of stands out to me. But
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So those would be my two. Like Iago, I mean, that voice great to you so much, but totally like stole some moments.
Okay, if you're gonna go Aladdin, what about Abu?
He's monkey good too. Yeah, I guess with like very little words. Yeah,
steals his scenes, but
yeah,
okay. He steals an apple.
But yeah, okay. How about the one that came to mind for me? I got one that came to mind, but I'm kind of holding off in case Kate decides to say it, and if not, I will definitely say the other one I was thinking of. How about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Airplane?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Wow.
How it's no Roger Murdoch, and then he goes basically says how tell your old man how I'd like to drag Walton and Lanier up and down the court for 48 minutes. Yeah. So, okay, Kate, you got one?
Yeah, I do. I have an animated Disney one, and then, well, okay, so my animated Disney one is Mushu in Mulan. Yeah. Just so funny. Just brings so much, just so funny. So then, and again, I'm running on like one brain cell here from sleep deprivation. However, my first thought was Frenchie from the movie Grease, but I was like, I don't think she really steals the movie, but she just brings it's such a great character to bring in. Then I thought Tim Curry in pretty much any movie that Tim Curry touches, but I was going to say in the movie Clue as the butler.
I would say more Tim Curry as far as steal the scene. How about him as the desk clerk in Home Alone 2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But like he's
steal the scene versus a major character.
Yeah, he's great in Clue, but I wouldn't call him a minor character in that movie.
Okay, that's fair. But even like the Sticky Bandits in Home Alone, like the bad guys in Home Alone are so funny. I know that if I wasn't so tired, I would have really, really good answers for this. So I'm a little bit mad that I'm like, so don't be surprised if in our little group chat I start throwing more answers in. Because
Okay, and then I'm going to say the one that Pete gave an example, but was the
it's
absolute
the
perfect one.
perfect
It's the
example.
perfect one. Billy Crystal as Miracle Max and
Yes.
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
wins.
Comes in, and let's give a nod to Carol Kane also.
Yeah.
That whole scene, he literally filmed that in 2 days.
Yeah.
He said it was a perfect movie. I came in, I did 2 days of work, and I left.
And to be fair, most of the smaller rolled characters in that movie steal that movie. That movie is run by its secondary characters.
That's true. You could say Andre the Giant stole his scenes, and
it's just
Um,
maybe
Really,
Tinkin.
you
Like
could have
it's
had
just
just about anyone play Wesley, and you could have had just about anyone play Buttercup, but no one else could play hardly any of the other roles.
right.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So-
That was the perfect answer. Go ahead.
So
Pete.
I got two more. I got one specially for Derek. I want to give Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
as a great movie, great comedy throughout it, but every scene with Rick the scene
Especially
where
Ghostbusters 1, yes.
well, I'm talking about Ghostbusters 1, yeah. The scene where he's in the firehouse and he's actually the dog and he's like
Yes.
sniffing the
Sniffing
bowl
the
of candy or
corn,
something
yeah.
it's just like all this other stuff is going on and he's like stealing the scene.
Well, and how about him as in the party when he talks about, this is Ted, and he made all of that up.
Yeah. No,
That was all improvised.
He's genius anyways. And then the other one I had was, and this is one of my favorite movies, so it's a great movie, but Gene Hackman in Young Frankenstein.
Yes, uncredited Gene Hackman.
And maybe that's a cameo, but that scene is so funny.
That scene is so funny. Yes,
Oh,
I would agree with that.
man.
I would agree with that one also. Yes.
Or
So-
like anything that Carol Burnett touches. Like
I've
just
seen many movies.
did any of you see the
Yeah.
original Annie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, because
Carol Burnett as Miss Hannigan and
Yeah.
Tim Curry
Oh,
as
And
Rooster.
Bernadette Peters as the other gal. Those
As
three
Lily?
together.
yeah, and
Just
that's a good example because that movie is not great,
No.
but they're great in that movie.
so good.
So yeah.
So good.
Okay. So Pete talked about how, he's kind of looking forward a little bit to Aries coming out. What does Aries need to be? Not to be profitable, not to be a success. What does Tron Aries need to be for us to enjoy it? And Pete, I'll let you go ahead and start because you were the one who says you're looking forward to it.
A story that makes sense and characters I might be vaguely interested in. No, I mean, I like the idea, like we didn't talk about it, but the very end of this movie where the kid, I can't even remember his character, he was so bland. Sam gets out of the grid with Olivia Wilde's character, and like they show her on the motorcycle, and she's just got like this kind of like amazed look and everything. The idea of bringing characters out of the grid into the real world is an interesting one, and I think that's what's happening.
That's where they're going, yeah.
Movie, but I don't know. I'm not a big Jared Leto fan, so that makes me nervous too. But I might go see it anyways. I don't know.
I will definitely. Well, we'll watch it on here, but I will definitely watch it at least when it comes to Disney Plus. Whether I go see it in theaters may depend on how some of the original reviews go, especially if you're going to go see it. I've seen a couple initial reviews. Basically, visually stunning, but where's the plot?
Oh boy, yeah.
So,
has there ever been an IP that has been worse than this? That's been on for that's been gone on for so long? Because like none of us liked the first movie. None of us really liked this movie. Kate liked it maybe a little bit. I liked it a little bit. I should
Okay,
say,
to be fair,
No.
I went in with the lowest of low expectations.
so did I. Yeah.
And
So
I liked it better this time, knowing how much I disliked it the first time. I think I actually brought it up a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
I'd rather watch Pinocchio then watch this again.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, Steve, we won't make you
I
watch
thought of
either of
another side
those.
character.
Oh, that was 3 questions ago, Kate.
I know it was, but what about Weird Barbie from the Barbie movie? Kate McKinnon as
Oh,
Weird
yeah.
Barbie
Yeah.
from the Barbie movie.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to bed now. Thank you so much.
Never seen it.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's such a good movie.
It's a really
Anyway,
good movie.
continue.
All right.
But not a
So,
Disney.
Steve, anything that could make Tron Ares
Um,
enjoyable for you?
I think sort of Pete, spend more time in the grid with the light cycles and the competitions where it's more visually exciting. I think you could do so much more and get rid of all the filling in with dialogue that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
More-
Give me at least 2 light cycle chases. And I mean, and yes, you're going to have it. I mean, they've already shown where they're going to have, 2 things come up alongside and then like crisscross. They did that in this one.
right.
Yeah.
But, and it's just kind of a case of give me more light cycle. Give me what, give me what I came to see. Give me, if this was Star Wars, give me X-Wings. Give me X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon.
Well, because they could totally bring in like the ride where you're racing through the portable
Gates.
portals, the games.
I thought the gates were going to show up in this, and that was going to be part of the game. But all it was just destroy everybody.
Yeah.
So,
For me, go ahead, Derek. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
For me, it's storyline. Give me a good storyline. Give me a good plot.
Give me a plot.
Yeah, like give me a good, well-written storyline.
Yeah.
That's
Give me one character I care about, because
Yes.
Tron has never done that.
No.
yeah. Give me a good storyline. Give me well-written characters. You know it's gonna have action in it, right? You know,
Right.
like when you see a Marvel movie, you know it's gonna have some crazy action scenes. You know it's gonna have action in it. That's fine. Now give me a good storyline behind the action.
Yeah.
That's what would do it for me.
And this is one I hope the movie the trailers have not shown all the good action scenes.
Hope not. Yeah.
Because that feels like that could be what's going on with this. Is I don't understand though how they don't know that people want more of the light cycle race type stuff. I mean, it's I don't get it. So any other thoughts on Tron Legacy and whatever legacy it may have left? And
it did give us a pretty good ride at Disney World.
Yes, Disney World and Tokyo. Steve,
Shanghai.
Is it? Oh, it's Shanghai.
I think so.
Shanghai. Yeah, Shanghai. Yeah. I liked the ride. I mean, like you, Pete, Derek, was the going through the portals and scoring points. And so.
Yeah. So,
the ride has nothing to do particularly with the movie other than in theory you're on a light cycle.
You're on a light cycle and racing the other teams. And so, okay. As we always do, we give stuff cups of pixie dust out of 5. Kate, for Tron Legacy, how many cups of pixie dust?
Remind me again what I gave the first one.
1.5.
I'll give this a 2.5. Steve,
so
Steve
generous.
had a visceral reaction.
For the record, I have a spreadsheet. I've already put in Pete's rating. So
you've already put in my rating?
Visceral reaction.
Oh, you've already put in Steve's rating.
Okay, like I'm stuck between a 2 and a 2.5 because it's not a great movie, but it's not the worst thing we've ever watched. Don't listen to Steve right in this moment. I'm gonna stick with a 2.5.
He's been very grumpy lately with our movies.
I'm gonna stick with a 2.5, and I'm gonna see what you jokers give it. Pete, you go.
So here's the issue I have. I gave the first movie a 2, and this movie is better to me than the first movie. So I guess I got to give it a 2.5. But
I can still give it. It can be a better 2.
Can it?
Yes, it can.
What I'm thinking is I should lower my rating on the first movie. No. I think I'm going to give it a 2. A 2 with the caveat that I still think it's I'd rather watch this again than the first one, but I don't think I would ever sit down and watch this. I could see myself skipping the first 20 minutes, watching the games, then skipping ahead, watching the Michael Sheen scene, and then turning off the TV. That's about those 2 parts of the movie are the only parts that I really would care about to watch again. And I got to give it a 2. I didn't like it enough to give it a 2.5. That's pretty low for me, Steve.
And he says we're being way too generous.
I know he is.
Yeah.
But
Steve,
what did I give Pinocchio?
a 1.
This has to be a 1 then. Like, can I go lower?
Typically, unless it is just like.
Can you do a 0.5?
Oh no! Basically, the guide has been, unless it is literally the worst thing you have ever seen.
Okay, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It has to be a 1. If I gave Pinocchio a 1, this has to be a 1. I'd rather watch Pinocchio again.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh,
they were both bad. I'd rather watch Pinocchio. At least I could follow Pinocchio.
I want to give you the exception to allow this to get a 0.5, but
Steve, if you want to give this a 0.5, give it a 0.5.
Give it a 0.5.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can give it a 0.5. And I'm going to go with 2. It was better than the original Tron, and I'm with Pete. If it ever come on like Freeform or wherever, and they're in the part where he gets, Honey, I Shrunk the Kid and the games, I would watch those sections again. And I was thinking about halfway through this, at the end of those sections, I'm going, I might watch this stuff again. And then nothing else happened.
Yeah, nothing happens for the last hour of this movie.
It's a ploy.
I cannot believe that I gave this the highest rating.
Oh, I can.
I cannot.
That kind of tracks.
No, usually I'm the highest.
You are a little bit higher usually.
Yeah.
Yes. For those of you curious, and let's see if it's up to date. Yes, it is up to date. So we have now reviewed 196 videos.
Wow.
Different shows. Average rating from all of us is a 3.02. So that actually kind of works.
Yeah, that should be if it's 1 to 5.
Yeah, if it's 1 to 5. Pete, you are 3.17. Kate's a 3.13. Steve's a 3.04, and I'm a 2.6.
That tracks.
That sounds so. Actually, I'm the highest, but not by a lot.
Not by a lot. You three are pretty, in general fairly close, and I'm usually about a half a point lower than you guys.
Right. Yeah.
So
you have higher standards than the rest of us.
Well, we've known this for a while. I could say something else, but anyway, Kate, what do we got for Disney Plus news this week?
Hey, we just have one thing. Disney has gained the rights to the Impossible Creatures book series. The series is said to be on par with Percy Jackson or Harry Potter series in terms of early popularity. And that's it.
It is the highest on the bestseller among youth in both Britain and the United States. Has sold over 4 million copies.
Really?
Yes, it is. Pete,
I've never even heard of it.
Pete, do you know the series?
I don't. I've heard of it. I don't.
Background, yes or no? Do you know the series? Yes,
No.
Gina. No, doesn't know the Impossible Creatures. Okay, it's very mythological, as the Impossible Creatures would say. But I haven't heard either. But then again, I didn't hear of Harry Potter until like 3 or 4 books had come out.
Really?
Really?
Well,
remember, I was older.
Right.
That's true.
Harry Potter didn't really hit until like the 3rd book came out in the United States.
In the United States, yes.
Well, and it wasn't until the 5th, 6th, 7th book that you realize that these are not kids' books. Like they get
I would say by the 4th book.
By the 4th book. So okay.
Now,
so that's it.
But I think I have a hard time believing this is on the level of Harry Potter, but we'll see.
I know, but they are talking with her, basically her first book or two, and the first Harry Potter book or two sold about the same.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
That's crazy.
Now, speaking of impossible creatures, next week we are jumping back into the first of our 3 in a row Vault series. We're going to be watching the original Pete's Dragon. Helen Reddy.
I'm excited for this.
Helen Reddy, Mickey
I
Rooney.
am not.
Pete is not excited on this. I have not seen this since I was little.
Same here.
Kate, have you ever seen it?
I think I did when I was little because it used, or at least there were clips of it that were on
Yes.
the Disney Vault or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I also Pete and Elliot were in the Electrical Parade.
Yes, they were.
Yes.
And so
Best thing they've ever done.
Yeah, it has like an emotional thing for me because of Pete and Elliot from the Electrical Parade. This movie's probably going to be terrible, but I'm excited. I'm really excited for it.
From what I remember, this movie is scary for little kids.
And
With kids like getting grabbed by people who like I mean, the cast in this one is actually pretty decent, and we'll hit that next week. But the cast in this is decent. I mean, Shelley Winters is the main. I would call her the main, the secondary bad guy, probably. The huckster.
I'll say this. I'll be very surprised if I'm the highest rating on this one.
I would be surprised.
Heat the Dragon and Puff the Magic Dragon, are those two different things?
They are two different things.
Especially because Elliot is the dragon.
Yeah. It's Pete's
It's
dragon.
Pete's Dragon.
Pete's dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
And very, very different. Pete's dragon. Elliot is a made-up thing from a kid. Made up. Puff the Magic Dragon is truly about marijuana.
I was gonna say, isn't it? Okay. Perfect.
Just like track 9 is not about 2x4s on the new Taylor Swift album. So anyway.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
So good.
But guys, if you have suggestions, we're looking for some shows in November and especially into next year. Let us know what you want us to watch. Email us at plusplatoon@gmail.com. Message us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, anywhere you want to. We respond to everything. We listen to everything. We have new message episodes coming out Thursdays on YouTube and all the major podcasting services. For Kate, Pete, Steve, Gina, our producer, we will see everyone next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Plus Platoon. Be sure to subscribe to the Plus Platoon podcast to keep getting great content each week. Then head over to Apple Podcasts and leave those 5-star reviews as they help make the Plus Platoon visible to even more Disney Plus fans. Also, go to YouTube and like and subscribe to the Plus Platoon channel, where you can watch all future episodes live. If you have a question for the Plus Platoon, please send us an email to plusplatoon@gmail.com or connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram @plusplatoon.
The Plus Platoon is a Disney Plus fan podcast and is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company or the Disney Plus streaming service. All opinions expressed on the show are solely those of the individual hosts and in no way reflect the views of the Walt Disney Company.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for next week's episode because the Plus Platoon is to be continued.